Hey, what's up guys? It's Marf and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the recently announced Battlefield mobile game that was announced by Electronic Arts, set to release in 2022. Now, I know with my current channel, Battlefield seems like something out of left field, but if you go back and look, I've actually done some videos on Battlefield, and a lot of my previous videos were about first-person and third-person shooters, so this is kind of going back to my roots, kind of, not really, even though racing was also my roots. But anyway, we're going to go over everything you need to know about the Battlefield mobile game, again, coming in 2022 and soft launching in 2021, which we'll talk about more later in this video. But I wanted to first read you guys what EA had to say with their first announcement, and then we'll go over all of the other information. So I'll link the update in the description, or the sort of announcement that they made, but they say a new Battlefield mobile game is coming in 2022. It's always been our vision to bring Battlefield to more platforms. So after years of prototyping, I'm super happy to be able to let you know that our friends at Industrial Toys, working closely with all of us here at DICE, are developing a completely new mobile Battlefield game, bringing all-out warfare to smartphones and tablets in 2022. Make no mistake, this is a standalone game, a completely different game from the one we're making for console and PC, designed specifically for the mobile platform. It's being built from the ground up by iToys, which is Industrial Toys, to make Battlefield on the go a reality, and you can expect a fully fledged skill-based experience. This mobile game is now entering a testing period ahead of launching next year, so expect more details to come. I can't wait to show you the two Battlefield games we have coming. In the meantime, stay safe and play some Battlefield. So this was from the general manager at DICE, which is the main developer of the Battlefield franchise. And so I'm going to go over all the different details and stuff from not only this announcement, but also just surrounding the announcement as well. So, as was mentioned in the announcement, it is going to be released in 2022, and they confirmed that it was going to be in, or it is, in testing phases right now. But what they didn't say in this interview, or announcement, but they did say in a later interview, was that the soft launch will be in 2021. So, let's go over some of the other things like I mentioned. So, the main developer is Industrial Toys, which EA acquired back in 2018. So, as I said, they've been working on this for a while. It's pretty safe to assume that they have been working on this for a couple of years at least. So Industrial Toys does have mobile experience with FPS with their sort of small franchise called Midnight Star and its sequel Midnight Star Renegade, released back in 2016. And I don't have gameplay, but I do have some screenshots, and while obviously this doesn't look like any traditional first-person shooter games that you might see on mobile like Modern Combat or more recently COD Mobile, it is nice to know that a studio with mobile experience is working on the Battlefield mobile game. But as far as I know, Industrial Toys is a fairly small studio. Now, that might not sound like such a big deal because it is a mobile game after all. Just consider the fact that COD Mobile was developed by Timmy Studios, which was under Tencent, which obviously means that they had a much bigger production budget and a much bigger team. Other franchises following suit with mobile releases after things like PUBG Mobile and the Fortnite port also had big games, and they were handled by a very large studio. They're becoming super popular now, and so a lot of developers are putting lots of resources, COD Mobile, PUBG Mobile, the Fortnite port, and now EA is making mobile versions of Apex Legends, which is actually being handled by Respawn Entertainment, which was the original developer for Apex itself. Now, EA making mobile versions of their games is absolutely not a new concept. Franchises such as Need for Speed and other titles like The Sims have had lots of appearances on mobile, and they've even released full-fledged AAA releases and ports, such as the Dead Space port, which was released like, gosh, almost 10 years ago at this point. So I also want to mention that this is not the first time that Battlefield has seen a mobile release. I've seen all these YouTubers covering this sort of news about Battlefield Mobile saying that this is the first time Battlefield has been on mobile, and that is actually false. There were versions of Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2 on mobile. Now, the Battlefield 3 version was called Battlefield 3 Aftershock, and it was a super small release with only like a couple of multiplayer maps and some guns, and it was only local or online multiplayer. But Battlefield Bad Company 2 did have a full mobile release with a proper single-player campaign and multiplayer experience. Now, the single-player campaign was actually connected to the main game single-player, and the multiplayer featured small maps with full 6-player battles. Now, as a side note, if you do want to see a video about Battlefield Bad Company 2 mobile, let me know, because I actually have an IPA of the game, and I ran it with multiplayer, and I have a lot of gameplay as you can see on screen, and it's actually pretty interesting to know the history and just exploring this game in general. But in conclusion, there are so many possibilities for what Battlefield Mobile could be. It could try to be similar to what the main game could be as possible, like what we've seen with Battlefield Bad Company 2 Mobile and Apex Legends getting a full mobile port, trying to be as close to the PC and console version as possible. Or it could sort of contain the essence of the franchise and feature lots of things from throughout the history of Battlefield, kind of like what COD Mobile is doing with the COD franchise, incorporating guns, maps, characters, and modes from the franchise all into this one mobile game. Or it could be something entirely unexpected. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think of Battlefield Mobile? Personally, I've been waiting for a fully fledged Battlefield Mobile experience for a very, very long time. I think it could absolutely work, even though it doesn't sound like it would, like a full all-out warfare sort of FPS experience packaged onto your phone. Doesn't really sound like it would work, but we've seen COD Mobile have success. Battlefield sort of rip-offs have been all throughout mobile history. So I think this could absolutely work, and I'm super excited to see what finally a fully supported Battlefield Mobile experience would look like, especially with all the recent development in hardware technology for mobile devices. So I will see you guys in the next video.